Hi, I'm Alin Beane. We are back with the Wolf Pack Howl as we close out spring 2025.
And I'm Dulude.
In this show, we are getting ready for fall sports.
We'll also look at different local programs from volleyball to martial arts training to adaptive skating at Reno Ice.
All that and plenty more on this edition of the Wolf Pack Howl.
First off, an event featuring Wolfpack moms and wives to build community with our football program with Gavin Fanchar and Mary-Kate Atiglo filming.
We're at the Nevada Gridiron event where moms of the players and wives of the coaches experienced a day with the team.
Much better. I love the enthusiasm right there. That's the energy that we're looking for. No different than when Coach Choke did his deal with the meeting.
They then exited the meeting room and headed into the fitness area for some spiked Gatorade and gel shots. They listened to Brittany Patera, Director of Nutrition, on how nutrition is important for football. Walking into the locker room, they listened to head coach Jeff Choate give a speech and then proceeded out to do some practice drills. But before that, we talked with one of the wives and one of the moms.
As Coach Choate said earlier, women are the heart of the home, and so if we have the stability in the relationship, it just helps the whole program when it's fun.
Women supporting their sons is huge, and especially when it's mostly kind of a dad thing. So I love being here and letting them know that I got his back.
And as they did their chants, after they attempted some drills with some field goals and catches, they also finally caught the emotion of what it means to be part of Nevada football.
I mean, it's always such a forgotten part of the game of football, the women at home that make it all possible for these guys.
Yeah, just having a family that comes in and supports you is always good to have.
And it's always good to see programs, recognizing that, because it's like she said, Wolfpack, the moms and wives at home are often a forgotten part of the game because it's like she said, it's more of a dad thing, or at least considered to be that way. So it's always nice to get the women involved in the sports where they're not necessarily featured that often.
Exactly. Now, it's great to have family back home, but there are some concerns, however, about improving the team and who's going to be on our Pack roster next season.
James Williams reports with Vance Russell about all the departures happening through the increasingly disruptive transfer portal.
What's up, Wolfpack Nation? My name is James Williams. I'm outside Mackey Stadium where your Nevada Wolfpack play. So today we're just going to be going around campus. We're going to be asking students how they feel about this upcoming season. There's a lot of questions in, so let's get into it.
So I'm kind of liking what Jeff is doing. I feel like this year was a step up from the last year, but we'll see how next year goes.
What are your thoughts about Nevada football this upcoming season?
Not feeling too hot because all the players that we've lost due to the transfer portal and whatnot. So
Nevada football is unfortunately not looking so hot. What are your thoughts about it?
it's going to be dirt.
Dirt to the ground.
The boys are going to do great. They always bring it around.
Yeah, we'll see if that actually happens. Unfortunately, UNR football is not looking good. What are your thoughts about it?
I think we're not going to be too hot next year.
Sucks, man. You know what that smells like? A losing season from the Nevada Wolfpack. So, unfortunately, it looks like we lost our starting running back, Savion Red, to the transfer portal. A brutal loss. How do you think that's going to impact the team?
I think it's going to really affect our running game, and hopefully we can recruit someone better to help our team be better next year.
God save us all. So Nevada football, what are your thoughts about them coming up next season?
Well, from what I saw last year, I saw that there was some improvement. I liked the new coach who came in. It looked like he did some drastic changes, but I'm pretty confident that they're going to do a lot better this year.
All right, so it looks like students have mixed opinions. Obviously, you want to have high hopes when it comes to your Nevada football season, but it looks like right now they haven't made enough moves, so there's no conclusive opinion of what we can discover. That was it, and we'll see you next time. Go Pack.
Yeah, a lot of players leaving the Pack, but at least we still have Chubba Purdy, right?
Yeah, Brendan Lewis going off to Memphis, and a bunch of intriguing prospects entered through the transfer portal this offseason once again. And, you know, Wolfpack fans, we're all just kind of dying for a good team at this point. I've been here for 3 years, and in that time I've seen nothing but 10-loss football teams. I mean, 2-10, 2-10, 3-10. It's been a great time to be a Wolfpack fan, but I mean, Jeff Choate seems to be building something this offseason, because everything I've heard from a bunch of different players. I know one of our friends, Caleb Ramsier, he was talking about the other day how this locker room seems to be full of guys that love each other and are more selfless than a lot of the transfers from last year. So we'll just have to see how they can coalesce, because I think a bit more camaraderie would have served the Wolfpack well in a lot of those close losses last year.
For sure. Looking ahead to volleyball, they're gearing up for their own upcoming season, and my good friend Chase here paired up with our own Celie Lee, who happens to be the team's former captain, for an anticipation matchup, and I was there to document this epic confrontation.
Oh! It's got to go over the net.
Yes,
It's not soccer.
We're here at the Virginia Street Gym, and we're going to play some volleyball, because there are some of us in this world that are athletic and coordinated, and
just those that aren't. So
Yeah.
let's see how it happens.
So we're going to start out today by playing some short court volleyball. So, Sia, what exactly is short court?
So we're going to be playing in the 10-foot line here, up to the Wolf and like the sideline. And it's a lot harder than you think. So let's see if you're any good at it.
We're off to a great start. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey!
Yes!
Okay, so what's your question?
When we were playing earlier, I was definitely holding my hands a little bit differently to, dig the ball than you were. So, how exactly is the correct way to hold it?
You put your hands like this, and then your left over your right, and connect your thumbs. Then your elbows have to be locked.
Ow! It's definitely not for the faint of heart. Yeah, respect.
Thank you.
Respect for what you guys do.
All right, now
I'm
back
gonna
to
go
the
get a drink.
studio.
Well, Chase, how you feeling? That good, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Sia kicked my butt. It wasn't even close. It was like we were gonna play to 15, and we stopped when it got to 13-1 or something like that. It was honestly eye-opening for me, because I'm one of those people. I've been guilty of this a lot, saying, whenever someone makes a stupid play or something that just doesn't make any sense, it's like, well, I could do that. Let me tell you folks out there, no, you most certainly could not do that. And Sia wasn't even trying. She was gracious enough to be patient with me, because I know that could not have been easy for her to watch her beloved sport get butchered like that. But I had a good time. I think she had a good time, and I actually got my butt off the couch and got to play volleyball for the first time, and I actually got 1 point. So that's all I care about. I consider that a victory.
She went easy on you, and you still got mercy ruled. Moving on to our tennis courts and an ongoing season, it's been an up and down for men's tennis.
Before Nevada heads to Las Vegas for the Mountain West Tournament as a 4 seed this week, Noreen Kim caught up with players and coaches at a recent home match.
On April 12, a match took place between Nevada and Boise State. It was the final home match of the season and also senior day. Before the match, I met head coach Sylvia Mellox.
So we're gonna recognize Youssef Kadiri and Lucas Haymond. They're both playing in doubles. They're playing #1 doubles. They have done an incredible job for the Wolfpack. So we are very excited for the last day and the last home match.
Nevada seniors Youssef Kadiri and Lucas Hammond kick off senior day with a dominant 6-2 win in a #1 doubles. After the doubles match, a short ceremony was held. Kadiri and Hammond greeted their teammates with bright smiles. Unfortunately, Boise State turned around in the single matches, heading Nevada a 4-1 loss. I interviewed Remy Tregoris, who showed a thrilling performance during the double match.
So I felt really good today. My levels was there, but unfortunately in the singles I cramped at the end.
Well, both tennis teams have had impressive seasons, wouldn't you say, Chase?
Yeah, I mean, men's tennis, they definitely had a rough stretch there through conference play and getting blown out at home by UC Davis a couple weeks ago. But, I mean, the one thing she didn't talk about in the package, that was a number 42 ranked Boise State that has destroyed everybody this season in men's tennis. So Nevada ended up rebounding and making it to the tournament as a 4 seed after starting 1-3 in conference, and they beat UNLV, so that's always a plus.
Always a plus.
But I mean, the other team, kind of want to talk about women's tennis. They have had an absolutely spectacular season. They're currently ranked number 69 in the ITA rankings. They've been ranked for a large majority of the season. Broke the program record for most wins in a season with 17 and 3 on the year, and just dominant. Ended up getting a 2 seed in the Mountain West Conference, and it's been a while since we've had a team even competing for a Mountain West Conference title, so we'll have to see as they also go to Las Vegas. We'll have to see if they can be the ones to finally break that 3-year conference title drought.
Hopefully. And turning to the mats now, 360 Martial Arts is currently hosting martial arts black belt special training on the University of Nevada campus.
McKenna Keglevitz reports.
Asher, bend those knees. This weekend marked the beginning of the 360 Martial Arts Black Belt Special Training. Students from brown belt all the way to first degree black belt joined the 360 Martial Arts support team at Lawler Event Center this past Saturday, April 12th, to get their training on. Each Saturday until May 31st, the students participating in special training will go to a new location to train for 2 hours straight. This process is part of the long road to black belt that students at the studio must embark on.
Let's go. As many as you can. Let's go. There we go. Go. Lower. There we go.
Go, 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 go!
Come on, Asher. Come on, Asher. Come on, Asher. Go.
Well, I mean, the importance of martial arts in our day-to-day lives really can't be understated, can it?
Absolutely not. Like it's really important to have self-defense skills at any stage of life.
Yeah, and especially on a university campus, like being able to get members of the community out here to just, practice these moves, and
it's more important than ever.
Yeah, maybe you can use them later in life. Hopefully, don't have to, but it's always good to be safe sometimes.
You never want to, but it's good to have them in the back pocket.
Absolutely.
To finish up this Wolf Pack Howl second and final spring show, we go to Reno Ice now.
James Perez reports on a new community program opening up opportunities. It's called Ice Skating Allies, and it's designed to create an inclusive space for growth through skating.
Located at Reno Ice, Ice Allies Skating is an adaptive program that teaches individuals with disabilities to learn how to ice skate. Founded with a passion for inclusion, Ice Allies Skating has become a space where participants experience not just the thrill of skating, but also a sense of community and achievement.
Well, you guys were letting other people know. We were at Notables, and a friend there who has her daughter in the class with Jacob let me know that you were doing this, and it's just a good thing.
So I started Ice Allies on a FaceTime call with James. And I said to James, wait, why don't we start a program like this in Reno? James and I did some research that night. We found that nothing like Ice Allies currently existed in Reno and said, wait, why don't we create this? Ice Allies to me is more of a dream come true. To see the smile on everyone's face who signs up, to see how happy they are, and just how much they appreciate the program week in, week out, and seeing their skating skills improve, it means a ton to me. And not only am I glad to say that I'm a part of it, but I'm glad to be the founder as well.
As the program continues to grow, so does the impact it has on the lives of everyone involved. It gives individuals a chance to challenge themselves, experience growth, and be part of something truly special. Reporting for the Reynolds Sandbox, this is James Perez.
Yeah, I remember James talking to me about Ice Skating Allies before it actually ended up happening, and that's just such a cool thing, because I think with the Golden Knights in recent years, it's definitely, ice skating and hockey have definitely become a more ingrained part of the community than I ever remember when I was growing up.
Absolutely, ice hockey has definitely become part of our culture here in Nevada.
Yeah, and it's just great to see, people with disabilities being able to, learn how to skate, because I don't even know how to skate. It's awesome they're able to do that. It's just, it's always nice to have stories like that just make you happy and make you realize that there's good people out there.
Absolutely. And from all of us here at Wolf Pack Howl, thank you guys for watching. And as always, go Pack!